Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Summit League Racing. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you've had a fantastic week. We are back for Division 2 for round 9 of the season. A very soggy Austria, as you can see on your screens. And yeah, back again. We're on the intermediate tyre. It's just me this evening. As SLR Southern is recovering from an amazing night at the darts. As you can hear, my voice is not the greatest at the moment after quite a lot of screaming and shouting last night. Mac, see you in the chat. Hope you're well, my friend. Hopefully, get to see you back tomorrow and a safe journey back down for you. But yeah, I probably won't be as loud and as passionate as I normally am. But I'll try and do what I can. Of course, I haven't got my co-com alongside me to help me, so it's just me this evening. As Max, but what night indeed? Yeah, probably, and I think you'll back me up here as well. Probably one of the best night of our lives, to be honest. As first car out of the pit lane is SLR Fanny Bash. You can see in these tricky conditions. Again, the key thing is just to be getting a lap time down on the board for these drivers in this short qualifying session. We'll go back to last week around España. It was Owen Howe 36 on pole position. In the end, probably less said about the race, the better for Owen. It appears every time he gets that AlphaTauri on pole, he can't really do much in the race. So fingers crossed for Owen, he can change his fortune around. In the race, though, it was the Haas driver Pricey in the end who managed to take the victory. He's not racing this evening. We've got a new driver in reserving for Pricey. Scarborger, the returning driver, of course, last season's reigning champion in P2. Then ran out the pony was Adrian with a fantastic drive through the grid. And which guy? That guy was P4. I had to get that in there. As Fanny Bash through the first corner, shortest track on the Formula 1 calendar, corners wise as well. Only 10 corners on this kit. Consists of quite a few straights and 3 DRS zones. One down the main straight, one down the straight we've just seen Dorsey go through, and this straight now, of course, no DRS in these conditions. But he's looking pretty clean so far. He's Fanny Bash, of course, former champion in SLR back in season 6. It was in Division 2. The old Division 2, of course. Championship standings wise, well, we'll stay on board with the Aston Martin driver. It's Massey and Hayes who are currently tied top of the standards at the moment. Both on 82 points. Skeefy on 63. It's only 19 points back, but it gets very, very tight from here onwards. Pricey and UK Beast Assassin, both tied on 61 points, with SLR Liam just behind on 60, and SLR Darnell a point behind them on 59. And SLR Darnell back this evening, which is fantastic to see. And even back to that guy on 8th place, 54 points. It's not even 30 points separating the top 8 after 8 rounds. As Dorsey, of course, first lap time on the board, it's a 1 minute 13.7 for the Aston Martin driver. As UK Beast Assassin, the man who's, I believe, taken the most poles out of anyone this season. Please quote me if I'm wrong. Definitely knows how to do it over one lap in SLR. Currently on provisional pole, but of course only 2 times on the board. 113.3, about 4 tenths clear of his good friend SLR Fanny Bash. We're on board with Hayes then. She's just going through the first sector. Let's got someone else finishing that. We've got Harvul, is that how you say his name? Apologies if I've absolutely butchered that. Is he going through the penultimate corner? Let's see what the Alpine driver can do. We've got the Haas, Esther Onvio. Apologies if I butchered that as well. 1 minute 14.2 from the Alpine. Of course, like I said earlier, just getting a lap time on the board is going to be key for these drivers. TCP Coutinho now, the second of the Mercedes cars, looking to make it another great qualifying for Mercedes. We go into the Constructors' Championship. They're currently fighting Williams for the top of the Constructors' Championship. 109 points for Williams. Another 14 back is Mercedes. And then another 3 back is Alfa Romeo. Again, it's so tight in this division. Only 54 points separating first to 10th. And only 35 between the top 8, which again we've said many times this season and over the course of the past couple of seasons in Division 2, how close this division really is. As who's that? That's SSR Halo. Everyone loves a fanny bash. Spot on. Everyone does love a bit of SLR fanny bash, to be fair. Hayes managed to go up to second place. Coutinho managed to go up to third in the end. SLR Darnell and the Aston Martin goes up to P5 as Massey, our championship leader, goes into P4. But was it Onvio? I'm really sorry. The Haas goes on to provisional pole then, and I believe his debut weekend. He's stepping in for Price this evening, last week's race winner. You see, the Haas gets up in his first SLR qualifying session. I'm really sorry, I'm running out of breath. There he is there. That guy, which guy? That guy. In the middle sector, he wants to get a first lap time on the board. Keeper within chat limits gets very close to invalidate. And see 11 people hopping into the stream chat. Big hello to the to everyone this evening. Hope you're all well. Weekend is now beginning. I wouldn't have it any other way on a Friday night. SLR Division 2. As Hayes now goes to the top of the times. 1 minute 12.9. That guy 120.1. What about SLR Liam though? Another man who knows how to get it right over one lap. Is Owen Howe. I'm back on provisional pole again. When he was on pole last week, he's looking to replicate that again this week. Well, SLR Liam, he goes on to provisional pole now by half a tenth. The McLaren driver looking pretty good in these conditions. Massey, only 2/1000ths of a second behind SLR Liam. Our championship leader is looking pretty good here at the Red Bull Ring. As Scarborger, reigning champion, goes on to provisional pole by nearly 0.3 of a second. It might be starting to get a bit drier out there. Might be the last man across the line come the end of the session. We will see. TRR Godzilla crosses the line. As SLR Liam's favourite position of P11 in the end. May feel like shit, Liam, but I will still gladly absolutely slander you. Skeefy is next to be crossed the line, and the 1 minute 19.6 in the end. Not the best lap there. From the Williams driver. What about SLR Liam again though, through the middle sector? He is a bit up on in the first. What about the second? It's finding 7/10 at the moment. It's getting a lot drier. SLR Darnell, 1 minute 12.5 to the Aston Martin. What about Scarborger? He's backed out of this attempt. That guy's gone third. This track is really starting to dry up and ramp up now. You can see the delta just flying up on all of the drivers now. Green all over the timing screen. And we can see improvement after improvement. SLR Liam crosses the line now, goes on to provisional pole with a 1 minute 12.0. Who is going to be next across the line? Pino's just starting a lap. Massey is on a cool down lap. That guy is going again. Skeefy, currently about 4.5 seconds up. Is just hoping to shoot himself up the order. Williams driver we know has a lot of pace. He currently can't get a time right. Around the final corner though, crosses the line to Skeefy. Up into P11 he goes to Williams. As Halo's put, yeah, feels shit too. Some shit going around, yeah. I mean, I haven't got a bug or anything. It's just we went, me and my SR Southerner went darts yesterday evening. And it was very much screaming our tits off, and let's just say someone had a bit too much, and it wasn't me. LSW Legend has gone up to P2, SLR Fanny Bash has gone up into pole position again. He's the first man in the 1 minute 11s now this evening. I think we'll see a lot of people potentially improve on that though. As the session commences, Hayes goes into P4, 1 minute 12.032, great lap from the Alfa Romeo. Coutinho's going round again. What about Legend through the middle sector? He's down on his time. He'll be going round again though. Scarborger, currently P8, he's up in the first sector. What about in the middle sector though? He needs to find some time. He's got McLaren of SR Liam moving out of the way there. Through the middle sector, what has the reigning champion got? 4/10 at the moment, up on his time. This could shoot him potentially onto provisional poles. He's going to get very close to South Fannybath. Once again, a really tight qualifying session in some tricky conditions. No matter what these Division 2 drivers get thrown at them, they love to keep it tight in this division. Through the 10th and final corner with Scarborger, closing in towards the end of the session now. Scarborger crosses the line. It's a 1 minute 11.5. He's on pole by nearly 4/10 of a second at the moment. So we're about halfway through the session, not near the end. My bad. 8 minutes left in this session. Hayes has backed out. She'll be going again. Massey, our championship leader's going through turn 4 at the moment. very close to that Aston Martin. I bet he absolutely caked himself there. The left hand, a lot of understeer on the Ferrari, but it's not going to matter too much in these conditions. Big slide out the corner, that's not going to help him. No, he's 4/10 down. Zeslar Darnell shoots himself onto the front row. Currently Aston Martin, 2nd and 3rd. I sound like Merckx. I'll take that. Merckx is a great guy, to be fair. I haven't spoken to him for a while, but I hope he's all well. Hope you're well as well, Midley. Good to see you in the chat. Haven't seen you for a while. As the Haas driver goes up to 2nd place, I'm going to try and not say his name again because I'm probably going to absolutely butcher it. F1 AB QWERTY in the 2nd of the Haas. He's just seen his teammate for this evening put it on the front row. Where can he put the 2nd of the Haas cars at the moment? They look pretty good so far this season of Haas. I'm going to not make it biased as I'm not even going to go there actually. But around the final corner for F1 AB QWERTY. Of course no F2 this week, so got nothing to go off. But he goes onto the front row, goes ahead of his teammates. So it's looking pretty good for Haas once again, the top scorers from last week around Spain. SLR Moley now, Division 2 head admin. Where can he put that McLaren? He needs to shoot it a bit further up the order than he can. Goes up to 13th place in the end as SLR Moley. Great lap from the man in Plymouth. Hayes now rounds the final corner. Of course, still no DRS. Crosses the line, goes on to provisional pole by a 1/10.5. The choice is not the greatest of qualifying as Hayes should be the first to admit that, but this season she's really picked up a game over 1 lap and at the moment is on provisional pole with 6 minutes remaining in the session. Have we got any more cars coming to the end? We've got SLR Fanny Bash, the man who's been was on provisional pole only a few minutes ago, and how quickly things can change in these conditions around this track and in Division 2 in general. How tight it's been all season long. Fanny Bash crosses the line, goes onto the front row, only 1/100th of a second. I can't even speak, I haven't got a lisp. Hot off pole position of Hayes at the moment, but Scarborger absolutely demolishes that. Goes on to pole position by a good 7/10 of a second, does the reigning champion. Skeefy's about to round the final corner now. Nailed the penultimate corner, nailed the last corner. And we run up to the line. Poor Skeefy goes into the top 5 to the Williams driver. Great lap there. As the Alpine is invalidated, unfortunately. He will have time to go again there. What about TIR Godzilla? Mandler's gone a little bit under the radar this season and shown some great glimpses of pace throughout the early stages of this season. Currently in round 9 of this of season 12. Season 9. I keep thinking it's F2 for some reason. Godzilla rounds the final corner. Huge snap of oversteer. It's going to cost him some time, but he crosses the line. Goes into the top 3, does the Haas. Modi's just updated me. It is going to be a dry race, so it's going to be interesting to see what setups drivers have gone for. Have they gone for a wet setup to potentially have good qualifying, or they just stuck with their regular setups? Really, I think the smart choice would have been to stick with a regular setup if the race is going to be dry. That guy, which guy? That guy is non-purple in the middle sector. Is the game telling porcupines, or is it actually going to be telling the truth for once? Rounds the penultimate corner, taking a lot of speed. He's doing great though, is that guy. Rounds the 10th, the final corner, just about stays within track limits. Are we about to see that guy on pole? Crosses the line, goes P4 in the end. SLR Liam is the man on provisional pole at the moment. 1 minute 10.6 for the McLaren driver. Is still hunting for his 2nd career SLR victory, and if he keeps it, if it stays like this, then he's got a great chance of potentially getting it this evening. But once again, the conditions are getting drier out there because Harv in the Alpine has done a 1 minute 10.1, half a second clear of SLR Liam. Coutinho is starting his lap now. Godzilla is rounding into the pit lane. They're going to get a fresh set of boots into the pit lane. What about Darren? He's rounding penultimate corner now. I'm starting to lose my voice already. He's invalidated around the final corner. Is a Williams. Crosses the line. What would his lap time would have been? It would have been a 1 minute 11.8, so it still would have only put him around 15th place-ish. I mean, how? He was on pole position in the early stages of this session. He is down in 15th at the moment. Our championship leader, Massey, is in 16th. They were fighting for pole at the start of the session. Same with Beast and Darnell. They've really got to get it together come the end of the session. I've got a feeling that's exactly what's going to happen as well. DRS has now been enabled, so it is getting drier out there. Are we going to be seeing slick tyres come the end of the session? Has anyone selected them? They have selected them, so that's probably why they haven't gone back out again. To try and just save some time and time it perfectly. It is definitely going to be last man across the line and potentially take pole position. 2 minutes 40 remaining in this qualifying session, and we have got a fantastic end of qualifying in store. Coutinho goes on to pole position by over half a tenth. Mercedes driver on to provisional pole then. He needs to quickly make himself potentially back to the pit lane if we're going to see dry tyres, but by looking at times, I don't think we're anywhere near dries at the moment. I think it's like a 1 minute 3 or something. 1 minute 4s potentially is like a good dry time. You might see them, I don't know. Are we going to see anyone gamble? Okay. I don't know, it takes a lot of the screen. Hayes, I'm not sure she's on a lap or not. That guy's definitely not on a lap. I think Hayes might actually be on a lap, so we're stuck on board with the Alfa Romeo. It's amazing how quickly a session like this can change. We've seen drivers who were fighting for pole position in the early stages of the session, currently down 16th, 12th, everywhere down the lower echelons. Might see a shock pole, who knows? With just about 2 minutes left in the session, just under 2 minutes to go now. Drivers are going to start to exit the pit lanes for their final run. Hayes has absolutely nailed this final sector. She rounds the final corner now. Where can she put that Alfa Romeo? Potentially onto pole? Definitely onto pole position by 1.1 seconds. It is potentially going to be dry tyres, but she's not going to have enough time to come in and go again, because that's going to be her final run. Potentially. SLR Liam is 4 tenths up. Has anyone selected the dry tyres? Yes, Owen, Massey and Moley. Owen, Massey, Moley and Zacky's Beast have all selected the dry compound tyres, so they will be the names to keep an eye on. Let's go down and see if any of them are actually finishing their lap. Massey is on a cool down lap. Owen is 4 seconds down. I don't think it's enough for dries yet. I'm not 100% sure. SLR Liam through the middle sector is currently 7 tenths of a second up. He could potentially be challenging Hayes here for pole position. He's got 2 more corners to navigate at this Red Bull ring. Getting them right, very easy to throw your lap time away through these 2 corners, but he's absolutely nailed it. DRS now to the line, it has been enabled. He crosses the line, only goes P3 in the end. Does SLR Liam. What about Hayes though? She's currently another 10.5 up as she rounds the final corner. Checker flag will be out in about 20 seconds time. DRS to the line for the Alfa Romeo driver. Can she improve? Yes, she can by nearly a 10.5. She's the first driver into the 1 minute 8s. LSW Legend currently sitting P2 on a 1 minute 9.1. As SLR Moley onto pole, so it is time for dries. 1 minute 7.7. Zacky's Beast now onto pole. Checker flag is now out. 1 minute 7.6. I said we might have a shock pole sitter, and at the moment it's Zacky's Beast who's on pole. As TRR Godzilla is the next driver to go on to provisional pole position. But the man we're going to be watching is our championship leader Massey, who's on the soft. He's got a few more corners to navigate now. The drivers on the intermediates are going to be flying themselves down the order. They will be kicking themselves. They didn't go for the gamble. What about championship leader Massey then? Can he pull that Ferrari anywhere near pole position? Yes, he can. 4 tenths of a second. Right, he's on pole, but Fanny Bash is now onto pole by 3 tenths of a second. This is absolutely crazy. What about Owen Howard 36? Crosses the line, onto pole. Owen is back on pole for potentially 2 weeks in a row. What about UK Beast Assassin? He rounds the final corner now. Can he put that Mercedes anywhere near pole? DRS all the way to the line. He goes onto pole. 1 minute 5.9. I said it might be last man across the line. SLR Darnell could be the last man across the line. And he is onto pole. It's SLR Darnell right at the death. I think has taken it. Yes, he has. No one else is out there. And it's SLR Darnell right at the death who takes pole position here in Austria. A 1 minute 5.899. A great lap from the Aston Martin there. These boys have timed it to absolute perfection. And the drivers who just stayed out on the intermediates, you've seen where they are. 13th and lower. SLR Liam was on provisional pole not even 2 minutes ago. He's now currently near the back end of the grid. But it is SLR Darnell for Aston Martin on return who takes pole position here at the Red Bull Ring. And that has to be one of the best qualifying sessions of the season. That changeable conditions, dried up right at the death. but it's SLR Darnell on pole. UK beats Assassin alongside him. Reigning champion Scar Borger in P3. Owen Howe 36 recovered his qualifying session at the end for P4. Fanny Bash P5, Golden Egg Fry P6. There's the Haas driver, I'm not even going to try it. P7, Championship leader Massey in P8. SLR Moley, a fantastic qualifying session for him. He took the gamble. He will be P9 for the lead McLaren. F1AB QWERTY P10, Godzilla 11th, Zach is Beast in 12th. Hazer, the first of the intermediate runners in 13th. Legend, Liam, Darren, Coutinho, Harv, that guy, and Skeefy will round out the grid. What a qualifying session that was. Oh. As Medals put, sounds like your voice is hold on by a thread. Yeah, you're not far. We've got like a good 38 laps ahead of us, and I don't know how long I'm going to be able to last, to be honest. That guy, Corey doesn't raise his voice like the stupid Canadian, but you could tell he got excited there. I mean, I get very excited on Div 2, not just Div 2, but in comms in general. But this week's going to be a bit different because I'm again, as Medal said, my voice is holding on by a thread at the moment. We'll go through the grid in a minute, but yeah, that was one of the best qualifying sessions of the season. For sure, best qualifying session I've commentated on for a long, long time. There is the grid on your screen. Get your top three and, of course, P11 prediction in the chat. I am going to go SLR Fanny Bash for the victory. I'm going to go SLR Darnell P2, and I normally go with someone outside the top 10. So I'm going to go with Hayes for P3, and, of course, P11. There's only one man. Where is he? It's SLR Liam who's going to finish P11. He did technically finish P11 in McEwen Division last week, but that was only down to a timing glitch, so we're not going to count that. But yeah, I'll leave the classification on your screen while I go get a drink. Get your top three in the chat, and I'll be back in a minute. As Diesel's put, he who shall not be named for a podium. I mean, I think I have to start calling him that now because after Spain, I have very much cursed him, bless him. What's else going on? Halo's put, which guy? That guy. I'm kind of gutted I missed his race victory in Canada, but I was also having a good time as well, so yeah. We'll be back, of course, next week with myself and SLR Southerner, as long as he actually does make it back to Southampton in one piece and actually does get out of Leicester, which is a miracle in itself. Where are we next week? I actually don't know. Let me go have a look at the calendar. Discord actually load. As you can see as well in your screen, it has dried up for the race as we expected. Calendar. We're heading to Silverstone next week. That guy. After 3 seasons, so I've learned my lesson. Yeah, I think I definitely need to follow in your footsteps, Diesel, because I am now beginning to curse in, and I'm not a fan. Strategy-wise, we'll see what drivers go for. So it's either a medium hard or a hard medium, as you can see throughout the field so far. That's what everyone's going. Of course, everyone's going to have a shit ton of fresh set of soft tyres. Excuse my French. But I think we'll see maybe quite a few go for the hard medium. Really, that should be the quicker strategy, with the mediums being quicker in the final stint when the fuel load does dump itself out the back. We'll be getting underway in a few minutes' time. So yeah, reminder, if you missed qualifying, it's SLR Darnell on pole position. We'll have a quick look at the standings quickly. Massey is our championship leader at the moment. He's currently qualified P8. Tied with Hayes on 82 points. She's a bit further down the grid. She didn't choose to go for the dry tyres at the end. Ski would be P3 in the standings, 63 points, only 19 points back. Another 2 points back would be tied is Pricey and UK Beast Assassin. P6 is SR Liam, 1 point back from them on 60. SR Darnell, our pole sitter, is on 59 points. Only 23 points off the championship lead, so he's got a chance this evening to potentially really close the gap at the top and maybe shoot himself into the top 3, because he's only 4 points away from Skifi, who's third in the championship. So again, we say this every week, how close this division is week in, week out. It's just fantastic to see. It's fantastic to commentate on. Hopefully it's fantastic for you lot to watch at home as well. Joint constructors wise, it's still Haas at the top scorers from last week. 393 points scored for them, 269 for the Mercedes team. Not far back is Aston Martin, only 5 points back from them. And then McLaren currently sitting in 4th place on 248 points. But of course, with this being the first race of the weekend, this is what a lot of the drivers are going to be looking at mainly for strategy and what it's going to be like to race around here. As you can see on the graphic on the left hand side, we've only got one driver starting on the softs. That's SLR Moley, looking to maybe be aggressive in the opening stages, try and gain some positions. Hopefully, touch wood, he can get some points this evening. Currently is the lead McLaren, because his teammate SR Liam is currently sitting in 15th place at the moment, so a lot of work to do for the second McLaren driver, as the drivers are now round in the final couple of corners. Onto the grid they go. It'll be SR Darnell, as we said, on pole position with his good mate UK Beast Assassin alongside. But they've got the reigning champion Scar Borg at P3. He's on the slower hard compound tyre, but Scar knows again how to win a championship, how to win races. Has been at the top of this division for some time. Have we seen from his pace so far? Last round when he returned, and of course in qualifying earlier on. Is this really going to be the camera angle we're going to get for the start? It is, isn't it? It is. Wow, okay. Here we go then. What a camera angle this is. SLR Southerner would be proud. Lights out and away we go. But I feel like I'm at the London Stadium, because I'm about 6 miles away from the track. Heading down into turn 1 we go. It's SLR Darnell who holds on to the lead. SLR Fanny Bash and Owen Howe going side by side. The Aston Martin has managed to hold on to 4th place ahead of the AlphaTauri. We've got a bit more racing action in the back though. Look at Scar Borger, potentially having a look down the inside of Beast. No, he's going to hold on, but Fanny Bash trying to go around the outside as F1AB Quertis losing places. SLR Modi's getting his elbows out with Golden Egg Shagger. And it is the Ferrari of Fryer who manages to get ahead. F1AB Query, look at that, all over the gearbox of the McLaren. Is he going to go down the inside? No, he's not. He's had a bit of contact. Oh, that's an Alpine going flying into the corner there. Somehow no contact is made. So far, they've all kept it clean in the first half of the lap. That's our Liam's going side by side with which guy? That guy in the middle sector. And it's that guy who comes out ahead. That's our Liam losing a place at the race start. SR Darnell though has had the dream open in first lap. He's managed to hold on to the race lead as he rounds the 10th and final corner to begin lap 2 now of this race. Still no DRS until lap 3 of the race, of course. Still have to be within a second of the car ahead. He's pulled a 7/10 gap to his good mate Tom, and hoping to hold on. The Haas driver had a little look on Owen Howland, so on a huge snap of oversteer for the Haas. It sounds like something commentating on speed chess. Oh, you could call it that, yeah. Massey's having a look, the championship leader potentially going for the move. No, he's going to wait behind. Yeah, is Massey. Not quite enough. We've got yellow flags at the back. I think that's Godzilla. He's had a bit of an accident. He has. He's got damage, does he, Alfa Romeo driver? So he's going to peel his way back to the pit lane to get himself a new front wing. Going to get the most position gained graphic up now. It's that guy from 19th on the grid. Made his way up to 14th place, showing his pace. Knows he shouldn't really be this far down the grid. And he's up into 14th place. SLR Liam has been overtaken by Harv in the Alpine, losing places left, right and centre as the McLaren driver. Not a good start for him. Still sticking at the front though. It's SLR Darnell who continues to lead out in front. He now starts lap 3 of this Austrian Grand Prix. DRS is now enabled, of course. You're within a second of the car ahead. You will get that DRS advantage around here. It is absolutely critical you stay within that DRS range, or else you will lose touch of the train instantly. Zaki's Beast has lost touch with SLR Moley now, 1.4 seconds back. He's going to be maybe under threat potentially from QWERTY, but not sure. Headed towards turn 3. Is QWERTY going to go for the move on Zaki's Beast? No, he waits behind him. He's been a bit patient, but he really needs to wait. SW Legends sends it down the inside of Hayes. Hasn't quite got it done just yet. Hayes is still on the outside line though. Is she going to be able to get it, hold on to the place? It's going to be Legend down the inside. Hayes is going to try and keep it around the outside though. We've seen this in real life with Hamilton and Albon. She nearly gets on the gravel, but it is LSW Legend who manages to gain that 12th place and a step closer to the points for the Alpine. As Zaki's Beast has gone round, I think, at the back, yeah. And it's a virtual safety car. Crashed it at turn 8. I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't quite get to see it, but Red Bull driver is off, and without a front wing, the virtual safety car is now deployed. Coutinho has took this opportunity to go into the pit lane. Not sure if he's got damage. Maybe it was contact with Zaki's Beast, hence why the Red Bull went flying off the road, because it was a bit of a strange corner to crash at. You don't normally see many there. The Red Bull driver now into the pit lane as well, as VSC is deployed. I don't know what's going on with this Delta, but Joe's 1.7 seconds ahead of Tom. Oh, well, that was a bit of lag there. I thought I saw Tom go flying off, but I'm clearly tripping major nutsack. Oh, alright, throat's a bit better now. So then, should be getting back under greens shortly. Me, myself, yeah, nice one. Me, Div 2, some apple juice, and green flags. Oh, look at that, Scarborg around the outside. Tom's had an awful restart. He's been caught napping by the Red Bull. Scarborg has gone all the way around the outside at turn 8. Is Tom going to go potentially back down the inside? It was going to be a risky one if he did, but no. He waits behind the Red Bull. A mega restart then from our reigning champion. And up into second place he goes now. And SLR Fanny Bash is now beginning to close in on UK Beast Assassin. This is for the top 3. The final, the podium positions. Is he going to be able to close up enough though to make the move? DRS, of course, back enabled. Don't have to wait the 3 laps after a virtual safety car. Only a full safety car you have to wait. As look at the Haas driver closing in on Owen. He's going to go down the inside at turn 3. Of course he is. Late braking. Owen's brake later though. Great exit from the Haas. Allows him to covers off the Alpha Tauri. And up into 5th place he goes. But I don't think Owen's going to give this one up so easily. Pulls back into the slipstream of the Haas. But the straight line speed of the Haas driver means he's going to hold on to the 5th place. And LSW Legend is past SLR Moley now. Up into 9th place goes Legend. And into the points. SLR Liam's trying to make his way back up the grid now. Up into 13th place, past F1AB QWERTY, or is he? So Haas driver's got the inside line at turn 7. Oh, they nearly make contact. They do make contact. And up into 13th place he goes. Smoke, it's me, Corey. I may not sound like him at the moment. But trust me, it is. I hope you're doing well, Smoke. Scott Borgen, new fastest lap of the race for the reigning champion. Harv is closing up on F1AB QWERTY, that's the 14th place. We're going to go back to the front because Scott Borgen's closing up on SLR Darnell. Potentially looking to make the move into turn 3. He's not quite close enough, maybe into turn 4 because he's got another dose of DRS. Owen's fighting with a Haas driver again. And I think they both went flying off the road there. As I think Dorsey may have made a mistake because he's lost DRS range. The Haas driver's going to go for the move on Dorsey. Down the inside he goes. and into fourth place potentially. The contact between the two, and look at that, that's Massey slicing through both of them. Is he going to get them, both of them around the outside? No, he gets past Dorsey, who potentially might have damage, because Owen's going to now surge up the inside, and Golden Egg Fryer's going to go through as well. Fanny Bash has done an awful half a lap here. Down to 8th place, he was in P4 not too long ago. Like says, don't recognise you. I can't blame you, because I definitely don't sound like myself this evening, but yeah, let's just say I had a very good night last night with the darts, and did a lot of screaming and shouting, a lot of 180s, and hence why I sound like this. But we're here for Div 2, we're having a good night as well here. Massey's closing up on the hash drive, the championship leader is having a mega race so far. Look at that. It's like taking candy from a baby for Massey, up into 4th place with the DRS advantages. I can't even speak. Fanny Bash makes her way back past Golden Egg Fryer up into 6th place. But what about Scar Borger? He's going to go for the race lead on SLR Darnell. Joe's going to try and keep up the inside as he, yes he is. Oh, there's slight contact between the two. Can Darnell potentially get it back around the outside at turn 7? Ooh, maybe. He's got the better line, he's got the better tyres. The middle set to split. They're still going side by side on the top two. And it's going to be Scar Borger who finally gets the move done. And into the race lead goes the Red Bull driver. But is Joe going to go for it into turn 9? No. That was going to be a very optimistic move if he was going to go for it. And rightly so, he backs out. He's got the wise ahead of the car behind. And pace. But definitely isn't over it. You can see him lifting on the straight because he knows he's going to make the move very, very shortly. We've got a car off at the back. I think that might be Hayes. We've got a full safety car actually. It is Hayes who's gone off at the final corner and lost part of her front wing, and that has caused a full safety car here in Austria. That is quite surprising. I think we had something similar last week where we only had a car lose a front wing and it caused a full safety car. And here on lap 8 here in Division 2 of the Red Bull Ring, we've got a full safety car. This is going to help the likes of SLR Moley on the softs because it means he can get rid of those tyres, which are definitely going to be degrading, and pit for the hards. I think we'll see potentially all the medium runners in as well to try and take the hard tyres to the end. Scar Borger, this is not going to help him one bit. He more than likely will need to pit and go on to the mediums unless he gambles and stays out and hopes there's another safety car, which we've again seen many times in Division 2. No strategy is simple whatsoever by any means. Scar Borger peels off into the pit lane as I expect absolutely everyone to. Yeah, everyone absolutely, I can't even speak. Everyone apart from that guy. That guy and that guy, SR Liam and Harv are the only drivers who have stayed out. And of course, if you're a long-time viewer of Division 2, you of course you know what safety car means. Matt, what does safety car mean? If he was here, he'd say bloke chat. And the key talking point is the most bloke sport in the world. Darts. Absolutely amazing night. We had Luke Humphreys take it home. It was, I mean, one of the key games. Michael Van Goen versus Luke Littler. Sorry, nearly saw a 9-darter off on the edge of our seats. We were screaming, nearly crying. There was, we all know where's Wally. Well, at the Motorpoint Arena, you can't miss Wally. There was about 600 of them. There was a whole pack, many packs around the stadium. Yeah, Littler beat MVG in pretty dominant fashion, to be fair. He played unbelievable. But then Littler kind of lost to Nathan Aspinall, and let's just say me over here was very much kind of enjoying that. I was going to win that either way because I kind of love them both. But then Aspinall played Humphreys in the final and got beaten in the end by the world number 1. Humphries was on top form, to be fair. I think they both averaged over a ton. And yeah, we had a good time after. Matt probably had a bit too much of a good time, hence why he stood in Leicester and not in Southampton alongside me in the comms box. But yeah, definitely will be going again. Again, definitely recommend it to anyone who hasn't been before. Fantastic atmosphere. Are we going to see a safety car at the end of this lap? I don't actually know. Saw Peter Wright get his first points of the season as well last night. Oh, I tell you what, fair play to me. Beat Going Press. There's a safety car isn't at the end of this lap, so unfortunately, boys, you know what that means. That's the end of Bloke Chat. Is the game audio stuttering? I don't know. It's not on my end, but not sure. We're getting back under green flags then. That guy gets us back underway here in Division 2. The position graphic is going to be absolutely irrelevant at the moment. We'll get the target back up because there's a bit of a mix throughout the field. Yeah, they've kept it all clean, I think, at the start. They're going side by side at turn 1. Look at that, nearly 3 wide into turn 1. You can let alone go 2 wide. Godzilla losing 2 places, lost out to Owen, lost out to Zacky's Beast. There's SLR Darnell's. Oh, I think there's been a bit of an incident there. I think I just saw a few cars go off. Or am I tripping again? SLR Darnell makes his way past half. Into 3rd place goes the Aston Martin. Scarborg is not wasting any time either. I've just realized he's got a sort of soft tyre. Wow, okay. Yeah, they've gone on to the soft tyre. Oh, wait, I swear Joe started on the mediums. What a strange strategy. So, Joe's going to go down the inside, so he has to pit again now. That's a strange one. I thought we'd go on to hards to the end of the race, but that's a strange strategy. We've got Owen Howell off at the back. Clearly another week to forget for the Haas driver. UK Beast Assassins make their way past Harb into turn 1. Has his Massey as well. Hello there. General Kenobi. Into turn 1 goes Massey, our championship leader. Up into 6th place now he goes. SLR Darnell breezes past SLR Liam, who's going to be very slow on this straight and throughout the corners as well. Is Scarborough going to go down the inside? No. He thinks better of it. Waits behind. UK Beast Assassins picked up a penalty. I think potentially avoiding another car. It is Harv, who was spun at turn 3. We've got yellow flags because of that now. LSW Legend makes his way past the Haas driver. Up to 7th. Scarborough and SLR Liam down into turn 5. It's a Red Bull of a Scar who peels out ahead. Liam, that guy, and Harv took the gamble about staying out on these older tyres, and I don't think it's going to pay off. But it's really caught me off guard with Joe's strategy. He's gone medium, so I'm not sure why he hasn't just gone to the hards and took them to the end of the race, because they definitely would have gone to the end of the race, I believe, anyway. Joe really needs to get his way past that guy, preferably on this straight, to not waste any time. To allow Scarborough to go for the overtake. We've got DRS enabled now. I think Joe's going to probably wait behind to make sure he gets that DRS advantage going down to turn 3. Yes, he will. DRS now for the Aston Martin driver. Scarborough just want to overtake that guy as well. Pulls to the right hand side. Is he going to go for a move on our race leader? Well, Skeefy has crashed at the exit of turn 1, and it's a full safety car once again here in Austria. So that's going to allow a lot of the drivers coming again. Scarborough and Darnell were potentially going to be battling down into turn 5, but we're going to see the driver that probably didn't put behind that first safety car now, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see SLR Darnell and maybe even Scarborough into the pit lane as well to get off those tyres, because they will not go to the end of the race. Darnell, by the rule book, has no choice but to pit once again. Does UK Beast Assassin as well? Yeah, he does as well. So yeah, that's a strange strategy. I'm not sure why they've both gone medium, but maybe it might work out now because the safety car, and they can pit for the hard compound tyre and take them to the end of the race guaranteed. No, Joe stays out, interestingly. As does Scar, as does Massey, so as does Liam and that guy. So do they think there's going to be another safety car? Because of course they are yet to pit in this race. It's going to rain apparently, says Blakes. Wow, okay, I weren't expecting that. So that's why some of the drivers are staying out, because it's going to rain. It isn't getting very dark up into the sky. But yeah, rain incoming then. Sorry, I'm just trying to rest my throat because it really hurts. Safety car is going to be in then at the end of this lap, as it will be SLR now to get us underway. We'll be going on to lap 16 of 36. We'll have 20 laps remaining in this race. And who's going to emerge out on top then? As Blazer, apparently we've got rain on the horizon. Who's going to nail the strategy then? SLR Darnell goes early, and hasn't really caught Scarborg and napping really. Gap had stayed about 3/10. They get underway now. Green flags are flying. Down into turn 1 they go. As don't really see any moving action down the timing screen on the left hand side, but we might have it for the lead. I don't know. Scarborg is closing in, but going to go for the move. Massey's going to go for the move on that guy though. Of course, that guy is yet to pit in this race. Championship leader Massey is now up into the podium places. Up into 3rd place he goes. Darnell was really hoping to try and close in on Massey. He is going to close at the moment, but probably not as much as he thought he would. Zach's Beast is dropping places now, losing positions left, right and centre as the Red Bull. SLR Liam and UK Beast Assassin goes side by side. These are two who have had a bit of history before. As UK Beast Assassin makes his way through. As LSW Legend now makes his way through, does he? Nearly contact between the Alpine and the Ferrari. That guy picks up a penalty for track limits. SLR Liam was one of the drivers who decided to stay out behind both safety cars, and he is now dropping like a fly. Is that a turn, dropping like a fly, or dropping like a stone, isn't it? Yeah. Dropping like a fly, nice one, Cora. Scarborg then closing up on race leader SLR Darnell. It is looking a little bit darker now, to be fair. shadows are beginning to go. Darren is the next of the drivers to pick up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Garborga's closing up. UKB's Assassin makes his way past that guy into turn 3. Up into 4th place goes the Mercedes driver. Of course, he's got a 3-second time penalty as well for track limits. LSW Legend is the next driver to dispose of that guy. And up into 5th place he goes now. What about Golden Egg Fryer? He's going to be the next one to get past SLR Liam, is he? Into turn 5. It's all over the curb. It's the Ferrari. He's going to get a good little exit. The McLaren's going to try all his might to hold on to that position. And he is going to hold on to that position, or is he? Because that Golden Egg Fryer is going to go for the old switcheroo. Heading in towards turn 7. No. He's going to have to wait behind the McLaren for potentially a little bit longer. But he's going to stay on board because he's got a fantastic run. Heading towards turn 9. Fanny Bash is just behind as well, ready to pounce. If anything does happen between these two, Liam has now lost DRS to the drivers ahead of him, so he will be absolutely defenceless because DRS is now enabled 3 laps after the safety car, as that is on this lap halfway into the race now, lap 18 and 36. And we are definitely nowhere near done just yet. We've got rain coming very, very soon. DRS for Golden Egg Fried, DRS for Dawsey as they head towards turn 3. They're both going to dispose of SR Liam. Hayes is going to close up but isn't going to be able to make the move. You see Liam's light flashing on the back of the McLaren, indicating he's got no battery left. Hayes is going side by side with Liam. Slight contact between the two. These two, of course, had that incident in Imola. And Liam is really starting to drop down the order now into P11. How ironic that is. Hayes right behind him. And they're going to be hoping to not have a repeat as they did in Imola at turn 1. And end up in the barriers. Yeah, back to the front though, because Scarborough is closing up to SLR Darnell. For the race, he's had a bit of a poor exit out of the final corner. I think that might allow Darnell to hold on, going down to turn 1 anyway. But look at the DRS, look at the slipstream advantage he's got. Now heading towards turn 3, he's going to get that again. Is Scarborough, the slipstream, DRS on the race leader of SLR Darnell, pulls to the right hand side of the Aston Martin. Can he take the lead? I think the rain is coming down. It is. Yeah, it is. Rain is coming down then. It's here in Austria. So how long is it going to be until we go to the intermediate tyres? Massey might have a look on Darnell here. Down the inside at turn 4. No, he waits behind him. But it's Scarborough now who takes the lead on those soft tyres, which are really going to be starting to deteriorate, but might actually be okay in these conditions, being the softer compound. When the track does get greasy, but how quick is it going to get wet? The drivers that have stayed out since the very beginning are going to be hoping it gets wet very quickly. Owen Howell 36 trying to go all the way around the outside of SLR Liam. Makes the move up into 12th place, goes the AlphaTauri on those fresh soft compound tyres. He's trying to get himself back in this race with Owen, and he's doing a fantastic job of doing it at the moment. Nearly back within the points. It is last week's pole sitter, as that guy is into the pit lane already, presumably for the intermediate tyre. We will check on the timing screen as well. We've got cars going side by side. We've got a Mercedes making his way past Coutinho. Oh, there's nearly contact between him and QWERTY. We've got a change for the race lead. SLR Darnell retaking the race lead into turn 3. They're going to be starting to crawl around this circuit soon. As UKB's Assassin is going side by side with Massey. With DRS, we've got yellow flags somewhere on the circuit in sector 2. I think that's LSW Legend. It is Legend. Dropping down the order. I'm missing the battles for the leader. Through goes Scarborough. As no, Scarborough's round. He's lost it. The Red Bull driver's round. The reigning champion. Man who was fighting for the lead of the race. Was in the lead of the race. Has gone round. Those tyres just appear to have gone, and tricky conditions has got the very best that this division can offer, and the reigning champion is round. SLR Darnell takes the lead of the race then, with Massey, our championship leader, holding on to 2nd place, looking to try and pull a bit of a gap, even more of a gap out in front in the championship. Is he going to be into the pit lane? Yes, they're all into the pit lane already for the intermediate tyres. It only took a few laps for it to get wet. The Haas drivers decide to stay on his hard tyres. He will be crawling round this Red Bull ring. This is absolutely crazy. He had a magnificent end to qualifying with the rain easing off and the lap times starting to close down. Here in the race we've got the opposite. It's gone dry to wet As we've got to move into turn 1, Scarborger down the inside. Moley's losing positions left, right and centre. Look how wet it's already got. SLR Darnell has still managed to come out in the net race lead. Question is, are they going to get any traffic on this lap? Because they're going to close up to these cars. Consider's going to go down the inside of Scarborger. Going to try and go for the switchback. Look at the wheel spin they're getting. This is absolutely crazy. DRS is somehow still enabled. I'm not quite sure how. Back up to Scarborger then. This is the place where we just saw him spin on the previous lap. Let's hope he doesn't do it again, but that's his chance for potentially a race victory gone. DRS is now disabled as the rain is coming down a lot heavier now. And the drivers that have stayed out I think are really going to struggle. Now, you can see the gaps closing as the Haas driver is now into the pit lane. Question is, oh, and that was very wide, but I think he might get away with it because of the conditions, and he's just going to be aquaplaning. That guy's got a penalty for track limits. Fanny Bash is in. All of them surely must come in. Conditions are horrible out here. SLR Darnell should be able to slice through them all, and he will retake the race lead then ahead of the current championship leader, Massey. It is going to be Massey. Then UKB Sassas in third. I think the Haas driver might still potentially come out in the top 5. He is. He's just going to come out behind the Alpine of Harv. That guy's going to be right there as well. This might be very, very tight. Going down into turn 3. There goes the Haas driver down the inside. Is he going to make the move on Harv? Very late break and Harv goes off the road. The Alpine driver comes back on behind the Haas. He will not be happy with that at all, but it's the Haas driver up into 4th place now. Look at that, Harv down the inside though. He's going very late. Can he make the move? Needs to get a good exit. Slight contact between the both. That guy also right in the background as well, waiting for something to happen to capitalise on it. But it's the Haas driver of, I'm not even going to try and say his name. Up into 4th place. Oh, a snap there from Harv. Might lose the position of that guy. No. Just about kept the car together. That snap of oversteer. We've got yellow flags. There's someone. That's Fanny Bash is off. And we've got a full safety car again then. Fanny Bash is into the wall. And he is out of this race. Fanny Bash, since his return to SLR, has had a return to forget. He's the former Division 2 champion. Full safety car again then. And this will bring the pack back together. Most positions gained. That guy and Harv, 13 positions gained from the back end of the grid. They've done a fantastic job. Nailed the strategy so far in this race. Keeping it cool. And we'll have about maybe 10 laps to go when we cross the line to go back to green flags. But safety car out for the 3rd time in this race. I doubt we'll see anyone come into the pit lane again. Fuck me, Coutinho's had 5 stops. Is it Coutinho? Coutinho's had 5. Owen's had 5. Wowzers. Diesel's put, do you feel doing comms on Friday helps you work out strategies for yourself come Sunday? I'd give you the boring answer and say yes, but not really, no. Because when something like this happens, which is near enough every waking week, there's not really much to go off, really. Because, I mean, Division 2, as you know, Diesel, Division 2 and McEwen Division give out some very different kind of races. Division 2, you have action every corner, every lap. McEwen Division is just train, wait for someone to dive bomb. If you're second on the final lap or maybe even third, you're probably going to win the race if you're within DRS. And you kind of, in McEwen Division, just waiting for something to happen, where here, you know something's going to happen. Lap 24 of 36, then we're going to be getting back underway, probably in about a lap's time. I'm just going to go get a refill quickly. Right, I'm back. Let's have a quick gander at the chat. It's been a bit of action. Shotman has put, yeah, usually when Seb decides to spin and let some Haas by. I don't know what you're on about, mate. I 100% did not get lucky at all last week. I mean, yeah, you kind of got a bit shafted by that. I'll admit that. Oh, he's finds a way to entertain, as he does, to be fair, bless him. Safety car's coming in at the end of this lap. And it will be SLR Darnell for third time in this race to get us back underway. But in very different conditions. Where's he going to go? Because we've seen so far he's gone pretty early. And he's gone pretty early again through the penultimate corner. SLR Darnell gets us back underway. Lap 26 it will be when we cross the line to get us back to green flags. And it is now 11 laps to go in this race. Who's it going to be who emerges out on top? Currently SLR Darnell has started on pole, has led the majority of this race. Currently fighting championship leader Massey. For the race which a UK beat us is third, but of course has that 3-second time penalty for track limits. Won't be the last driver to pick up one this evening. We will definitely see more. We've got a bit of action down the lower end of the grid as well. Scarborg has made his way past Darren. I think he's going to make his way past SLR Moley as well. He's gone a bit deep into turn 3. The reigning champion is trying to make his way back through the grid. He was fighting for the race victory not too long ago. Speaking of the race lead, look at that for the lead. Massey versus SLR Darnell. There's contact between the two. Huge wheel spin there for Darnell. Potentially caught the rear wheel from the Ferrari. And look at Massey pushing Joe around. Owen's made his way into the points now, past F1AB QWERTY. Look at the Haas driver now, getting past UK Beat Assassin. Rinses his battery. We could potentially have got the podium anyway after penalties, but he wants to fight for the race win. Oh my goodness me, the top two have come together. SLR Darnell into the pit lane, and Massey is off as well. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I don't know if he pushed him into the pit lane or what. But that was absolutely incredible, what I've just seen. It's a Haas driver who now takes the leader's race on his SLR debut. That, I don't know if Joe purposely went into the pits. Yeah, he did go into the pit lane. He's gone onto the full wet tyre. So maybe Joe braked and it caught Massey off guard. But that's, wow. And I tell you what, looking at it, yeah, it does look like it's full wet. I think they might have just pulled a master stroke here, to be fair, but I mean, Massey's lost about maybe 8 seconds, 10 seconds to Joe. Almost contact that guy. Look at the wheel spin. Yeah, it's definitely time for full wets. Wow, I can't believe that. I'm speechless. What I've just seen is Harbour's just got a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. But we'll get the gap to the leader up because I want to see if SLR Darnell's closing in now. He doesn't look like he is. No, he's not really closing, to be honest. So Liam's the next car into the pit lane. Maybe he's going to gamble for the full wet tyre, but they're not really gaining. Maybe their engineer said it's time for full wets. Yeah, I think you're spot on there, Medal. What a strange race this is turning out to be. SLR Darnell, where's he going to come out? Is he going to come out ahead of SLR Liam? It might be tight. It might be tight. No, Darnell has gone out ahead. Coutinho's made his way past that guy who seems to be really, really struggling now. In these conditions, we've got the gap to the leader up. It's still growing. It's still over 20 seconds to the leader. I bet if they wanted to pit for full wets, they probably could. Oh, look at that guy sliding. I think it looks like it's ready for full wets, but we're in the crossover period at the moment. I think maybe this or next lap might be the perfect time for the full wet tyre. Scarborga's closing in on Conzilla. We've got a move, we've got Golden Egg Fire, he's made an error. That sees Owen Howe slide his way through. Are we going to see anyone else peel off into the pit lane? I don't think we are. We've got yellow flags. We've got Massey, our championship leader, who again was leading this race at one point, now off. And without a front wing. This is absolutely nuts, this is. We've got Golden Egg Fry into the pit lane, onto the wet tyres. What on earth is going on? Reminds me of the, I think it was the 1982 Monaco Grand Prix where just no one wanted to win the race clearly because the Diva spin, crash, mechanical failure, but so far we've seen many battles for the lead and a few laps later it's just seen the drivers just plummet down. Because at the moment the strategy isn't working for Darnell. Look at Coutinho and Harv. This is for third place. This is absolutely incredible. Going side by side. Harv has got the move done, has he? There's contact again between the two. This is Division 2 at its absolute finest. There's contact again. I'm really starting to lose my voice. As somehow Harv prevented the Alpine from going round there. As Massey is retired in the pit lane. The championship leader, who was looking to extend his championship lead massively, is out of the race. How quickly a race can change just like that. Harvey's going to go for the move again, potentially. Coutinho, they're going to go side by side again into the first corner. It's Harvey managing to come out ahead. Owen Howe's going to make the move. Owen was down and out of this race at some point. I think he's made 6 pit stops. He's made 5 pit stops. And he could get a podium here. Could even finish second place. This is incredible. This is never give up in a race like this. Because absolutely anything can happen. Owen has gone from down and out, bottom last without a front wing, to a podium place it could be. Look at that, that's about 6 cars in the same shot. Oh, there's contact, the 3 wide. Oh my goodness me, there's Hayes up the inside of Owen. As Owen's round, Owen's in the wall. I've jinxed him again, and I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, Owen. I've cursed you again. He who shall not be named, I need to start calling. Tino's gone very deep into the corner. Again, that's allowed. Owen, oh my goodness me, they're in the gravel. Contact between Owen and Coutinho. And I really have genuinely jinxed him again. And I honestly starting to feel really bad now. Contact between Coutinho and Owen. Sees the Alpha Tauri spinning off. As SLR Liam has now took the lead of the wet winners, so he's doing better, but they're just not gaining. They've thrown, SLR Darnell especially, has thrown away this race. We've got Liam, who's going to next week. Liam, we're not off to Silverstone yet, mate. Where are you off to? Coutinho's crashed at the exit of the first corner. We've got another safety car. Wow. And as I said, never give up in a race like this. When you're down and out, all it takes is one safety car like that. And now everyone is back in this race. And we will have probably a 3-lap sprint to the... Where the hell is Hayes going? And we'll have a 3-lap sprint probably to the end of this race. Now, do you pit? If you're the top 2, surely it's a no-brainer. No, I don't. Like, you need the fresh tyres. Question is it going to get wetter? Is it going to be wet enough for full wet tyres? If so, then SLR Darnell has maybe pulled a masterclass then. But I think even if the top runners pit for wets, then he's gonna come. They're gonna come out ahead of Joe. Tom comes in. They're all gonna come in, I think. Apart from that guy, because that guy is born to be different. He's got a penalty. He's got absolutely nothing to lose. Godzilla also stays out. QWERTY stays out. Legend stays out. Owen also stays out. And they're all coming in for wets. As F1AB QWERTY's been given a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Some have gone for wets. Some have gone for inters. Which is going to be the right tyre though? I can't. I mean, only they will know, and they probably don't even know. SLR Southerner, you have missed a cracker. I mean, Metal, you were spot on them. I cannot call who's going to win this race. Godzilla's in a great place. Haas Driver's in a great place. Legend's in a great place. I mean, like I said, you can't call who's going to win this race. That guy is currently leading this race. We'll get the penalty graphic up on the screen quick. I mean, QWERTY's got a drive through, so his race is over and done with. Safety car being probably the end of next lap. So like I said, we're going to have a 3-lap sprint. And my head is really starting to hurt. All this screaming and shouting. Oh dear. Division 2 chat is a great place to be if you're ever having a bad day. So then. Oh shit, just dropped my phone. Apologies. Is it going to be in? Don't. Might be a 2-lap sprint potentially to the end then. The safety car lights are still flashing. Yeah, 2-lap sprint to the end then. Who is going to win it? Moley for the win. SLR Morley is in 15th. Safety car is in at the end of this lap. brace yourselves, get your seatbelts on, get your hands, feet, all objects inside the vehicle at all times, because we are in for the bumpiest ride and probably the soggiest ride of your life. That's what she said. But it is at the Red Bull Ring. Legend, please don't spin. That's okay. Nice one. It's going to be that guy to get us underway. It looks a lot wetter than it did at the start of the safety car. What's going to be the right tyre? Is it going to be Inters? Is it going to be wets? We're going to find out right now. That guy's gone very deep in the last corner. We're back to green flag racing then. And we've got 2 laps to decide who's going to win this one. Who is going to take the race victory? At the moment, it's going to be Codzilla after all penalties are applied, but got a feeling the stewards might get involved with this one. Hayes as, oh my fucking god. Kislesko, you've fucking jinxed him. Well done. Oh, the Haas driver's going to go down the inside now. Can he get the move done? He has got the move done. Elbows are out, and the Haas driver, who I'm not even going to try and say his name, has taken what is the net race lead after penalties. Might even get it on track. Goes down the inside on that guy. Can he make the move work though? Oh, he's had a shoe snap of oversteer with a rear lockup. This is absolutely nuts. It looks like it is ready for the full wet tyres. UK beats Assassins up into 4th place. Championship reigning champion Scarborg is going to go side by side with Harb now. Scarborg again was down and out in this race at one point. Was spinning off. He's now up into 5th place. And could be a podium. After all of this. Here comes the Haas driver. Can he go to the inside line? F1 AB QWERTY's gone off the road now. The other Haas. They've got one Haas gaining. The other one's losing down the bottom of the side of the field. And he is round the final corner. Takes the lead of the race as we now start the final lap. Holy guacamole. Look at Scarborg closing up the Codzilla as well. Currently, top 3 is going to be the Haas, Codzilla and Scarborg. I would not have called that. And look at it, Scarborg wants to get the P2. Oh, they bang wheels. How close was that? Heading towards turn 3. They are battling this out like it's for the race victory. It's for P2. But both of them want it as much as each other. They bang wheels. Scarborg with the inside line takes 2nd place. Takes 4th on track, but after penalties, it will be P2. Absolutely incredible. Hayes now gets through on her teammate. UK beats Assassin down the inside of that guy. Takes 2nd place on the road. What? Wow. One of the craziest races. I think I say this every week with Div 2. But one of the craziest races I've ever commentated for a long time. And in the end, it's going to be the Haas driver. I can't even say his fucking name. Who's going to come out on top. He's got 2 more corners to go. And I believe on his SLR debut, will round the final corner to win on his SLR debut. Nearly loses it, but will take the victory for the Haas team. Scarborg will recover to P2. A fantastic recovery in the end. UK beats Assassin finishes P3 in the end because Codzilla had a lot of battling there on the last lap. 5th place to be Hayes. SLR Darnell P6 in the end. That wet weather strategy did not work in the end. Owen P7. I think it was Golden Egg Fryer in P8. But what a absolute clusterfuck that was. That was absolutely crazy. Get your driver of the day in the chat because I really don't know who the hell to give it to. We'll get the top. Well, we can't speak to the race winner because he's on PC. But we'll get Scarborg and Beast in the party, and I mean, I'm speechless to what I've seen. Absolutely speechless. So yeah, it's the Haas driver who takes the win. Scarborg somehow, I really don't know how, recovered to 2nd place. UK beats Assassin 3rd, Codzilla 4th. It's the second the Alfa Romeo of Hayes in 5th. Darnell 6th in the end. His gamble pitting early for the wets didn't work. Owen 7th, great recovery for him after a spin late on as well. Golden Egg Fry 8th. Harv with the fastest lap in P9. Moley will pick up the last point. SLR Liam finished P11. Oh my god. He finished P11. No way. SLR Liam P11, that's the biggest story of the evening. Zach is Beast 12th, that guy 13th, Darren QWERTY, legend, Coutinho, and the DNS were Massey, Fanny Bash, and Ski Free. We've got Scarborg in the pie. I'll see if I can get UK Beast Assassin. SR Southerner, you've missed out, mega mate, because craziest race ever. Apart from Australia, nothing will beat Australia. Um, Back into the menus we go then. Currently, we've only got Scarborough in the party. Make sure you get your box ticked. I'll talk to you now quickly. Um, Again, yeah, make sure box is ticked. How on earth you recovered to P2 in the end there, I do not know. Obviously, safety cars, many safety cars towards the end. Saw you spinning out while battling for the lead at one stage, and somehow you recovered to P2. Talk us through it.
You don't have to remind me of that one. I mean, is what it was. I outbroke myself. Got back on it a bit too quickly, spun myself, all my fault. Gave myself everything. Is my mic echoing?
It's probably just mine.
Okay. Um, no, I mean, what was it? 17th on lap 25. It literally just was a case of waiting for people to fuck it up in the end. Had the second through whatever cluster, like with the I don't even know who it was, like whatever it was out front behind Pricey. I don't know what that was. And then you had cars like Cod and QWERTY in the way, who were just holding each other up, and I was just like, I've got the ability to just put my car in a place where I can make an overtake, and I know I got blessed sometimes, like lap 35, whatever, when I think the Alpine either got a little bit twitchy or like tried to move over to the Fendo, and he's basically giving me a triple overtake for free, not being funny. So I mean, I'll take it.
Oh wait, are you telling me that Haas was pricey?
What, the one that won?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on his mate's rig because he's at a house party.
Oh my days! I've
How
been
hammered
saying
he
like
is, I have
Australia was.
no idea, but I do know he's won 2 and 2 when I've raced, and he didn't. So,
I thought this was some new guy, so I've been bigging
no.
him up. Like I don't know who this is, but
You should
wow.
read Div 2
Okay.
chat more often. Not only would you go insane, you'd also have probably learnt that.
I was actually reading it throughout the stream a little bit, and I was going pretty nuts. But it doesn't appear we have anyone else in the party.
No.
But next week we head to Silverstone. How are you feeling for
Ooh.
round 10 of the season?
Um, oh, forgive me. Um, I mean, last season it was as comfortable as it could have been, so in theory I'd like the same, but that was just full wet cheese, and I was quite good in the wet, so I'd like it to be a dry race, just to test myself out again. Silverstone's a track I know if I can get it right, it's one of my better ones, so it's just how we turn up on Friday.
Fair enough. Again, big congratulations again on P2. Unfortunately, we can't get any of the top two in the pie. It was UKB's Assassin P3, and it was Pricey, we now know, taking back-to-back race victories in Division 2. Then he shoots himself up to the championship lead now of Division 2 on 86 points. And yeah, we will see you again when we get to Silverstone. Big thank you to everyone who's came this evening. I'd like to apologise for my voice again. It may sound like shit, but I'm here. And I'll be back again next week for Silverstone. Big congratulations to the top three. We'll see you next week. Good night.